Hello. It is the 25th of January. 1 month ago, we were opening up Christmas gifts. Now it's just January. It's Thursday. We all know what that means. It's long night. Right. Well, before I jump into the little PowerPoint presentation, I don't know why I didn't think of doing that before. I've been doing this blog for 4 years now. I've always been writing stuff on bits of paper. It was a very long, kind of stressful day today. I was tired. I was really getting frustrated with my students, the commute, not being able to get home in time to do training. And then I walk through the door, and what do I see? This arrived today. My official certificate to say that I got my master's degree. And, and, if you look, with merit. Ha ha ha. So to all you people, all you teachers that thought I was thick growing up, actually there weren't that many. Anyway, yeah, I'm happy about that. So I just want to, I want to put it somewhere safe. I've got a folder that I've got important stuff in, so it just doesn't get bent because I'd like to get it framed. Yeah, nice. Hey, I found out my result back in December, or yeah, early December, but they said it takes about 6 weeks to get your actual certificate. So yeah, is it going to be on to the PhD? I don't know. Heck of a lot of work just to be called doctor. Okay, well, let's go to the other events of the week. So here's a little list of topics. Just like I used to teach on Zoom. This is great. When I was at Moss. Here we are. So yeah, sadly last night, it says lost Martha. Martha was one of the chickens. And I noticed on Sunday that she was making this gurgling sound in her chest and she was doing the open mouth breathing. And I thought, oh God. Well, anyway, it was, oh no, it was Saturday I noticed it. It was late. There was no way I would be able to get her into the vet. I had some leftover Baytril and antibiotics, so I brought her in, gave her a dose of that. Sunday morning, the coughing and the gargling seemed to have disappeared, and she was still doing the open mouth breathing, but she didn't seem to be opening her mouth quite as much. So I thought, okay. I did phone the vet on Sunday, and I just said, look, this is the situation. This is what I did. I know you're not really supposed to do that. And she said, well, to be honest with you, we don't have any appointments available. And the fact that you did something, and she said, to be honest, that is exactly what we would do. We would just send you away with Baytril. I said, all right. And I said, I don't know if it's just wishful thinking. She does sound like the cough is cleared. She is eating. She's not cowering in a corner. She's very active with the other birds. And she said, okay, well, she says, we can't get her in on Sunday. They didn't have any appointments on Monday. They said, like, we're talking like Tuesday, Wednesday. She says, how much of that do you have left over? And I was talking to a veterinary nurse and she was kind of going in between the vet. And I said, I've got enough to give her probably 2 doses a day up till about Tuesday. And she says, okay, well, I would just say continue with that, monitor her. If she starts to really decline, then bring her in. And yeah, it's put to sleep situation. Monday, she seemed okay, no worse. Tuesday, I noticed that the gargling started to come back a little bit, but she still seemed fit enough, well enough. And then last night, in the morning, she didn't seem too bad, but in the morning, it's dark. They're just waking up, so she's kind of dozy. I went out, actually gave her dose last night. Then I noticed her coom was getting darker, and I just thought, oh no. And I could really hear the wheezing in her chest. And I was gonna leave her till the morning, and then I went out and had my bath, and I just thought, no, don't do it. I said, go out and check her again, maybe because sometimes when you're giving them meds, they get stressed. And I could just hear, I didn't even get into the house that she was in. I could just hear, I phoned the vet and I said, yeah, I think we need to make that call. I mean, if you disagree with me, fine, I'll pay for the consultation. I know it's emergency, but I took, and he says, "Mm." I said, you you tend to call them pretty well on these when it's time to make that decision. So, and they won't put a healthy bird to sleep. Anyway, I got her to the vet. It was a veterinary nurse that checked her in. Lovely, one of the nicest ones there that I've met so far, and they're all really nice. This was at Northlands, and he said, "Here's the form." He could hear her, and he goes, "Yeah, I from what you've described, and I can hear her, wheezing. I think it's time. I'll take her down. The vet will look at her, but you know, I don't think there's much we can do." He was down and up again in about less than 10 minutes. And I came back. I said, "You're joking. You did it already?" And he said, "We put the gas, what they have to do with chickens is they have to gas them first." And it sounds terrible to say that, but they give them gas to relax them. And they usually go to sleep because they have to inject them and they like them to be relaxed. And, that takes the pain, can be a little bit uncomfortable for them. And they said, we put the gas on her, and they didn't even have to inject her. They put the gas on her and she went. He says, "No, there would have been nothing you could have done." And yeah, she was craning her neck, and that means that she's really struggling to get air. And I thought, oh, the poor baby. I would have brought her in the night before if I knew it was that bad. And he said, they decline quickly. If you didn't notice it then, it's probably happened in the last few hours, because once they start to go, they go. So I told him, I said, "It's such a shame because I was really encouraged, and she ate a little bit this morning." And he said, "It's just the way they are." He says, "You made the right decision." And again, they said they were really, really sorry. And I said, "Yeah, it's hard, especially when you think you've got a chance with them." Doesn't get any easier. I've been doing this for I don't know how long. I've lost I don't know how many birds, had to make that call on so many. Doesn't get any easier. I've got a feeling a bit stressed. The reason I'm feeling stressed is due to work. Not that I don't like my job. I like my job very much. I like where I work right now. It's actually just that it's coming to an end. My contract there ends on the 9th of February. I did speak to my deputy head, and he says he doesn't know if they can extend it yet or not. He says he's gonna see what he can find out and possibly let me know Monday. So there's the possibility that it might get extended a little bit longer. I don't have anything currently. I did speak to my agent today and just told him, I said, "Look, this is very stressful. I don't have anywhere else to go." I was supposed to go to Corby, sixth form. That, for whatever reason, they managed to cover that role internally or something. And he's like, "Yeah, I know it's not an ideal situation." I said, "Well," I wanted to say, "Yeah, well, no shit, Sherlock." But I mean, it's not his fault. He is trying. I did have about 6 agencies call me today in between my breaks and everything. And I just said, the last one, who was such a sweet guy, and I just said, "I'm so sorry. I've just had so many call me today and nothing's materializing." And he just kind of laughed. But I do have several sessions booked to talk to agencies. They did say we do have specific positions. It's not like we're just signing you up to register you. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I do have another interview for an online position, and this is just the first round, but that's on Wednesday. So fingers crossed, we'll see. And some good stuff did happen. I did get another invite to examine from Pearson's, so I've accepted that. So hopefully that means things are starting to turn in the right direction. But yeah, I was just sitting in my year 12 class today going, oh. Right. Anyway, so yeah, that's just the lots of interviews bit. Books has never really been a part of my vlog until sort of this year. Oops, just knocked my speakers over. I finished Liz Cheney's book, and I had it here a minute ago. Where did I put it? I finished it Monday. I was just sort of like in between. I was on my train ride to work, and I finished the last few pages. And yeah, very good. And I think these MAGA Republicans that support him, Trump, read it. Just read the book. I'm not saying you're going to have any profound change of mind, but it might make you think about what's going to happen to you when you're no longer abused to him. I've now moved on to the one that I told you about of last time, All the President's Men. I didn't expect that. I don't know what it is about political nonfiction, but I'm just eating it up. I started this just immediately after, and I'm like a third of the way through it already. And yeah, it's interesting because, like you said, I remember the Watergate scandal, but I was really young when it happened. I was only 6 or 7 years old, so I didn't understand what was going on. But now this is the, sort of insights into it. And good stuff. Yeah, interesting. I've already got a potential next book. Somebody recommended me. It's with the Teamsters Union about the rebellion. So he says that's really, really good. But it's our union steward, so he would like something like that. But I looked it up on Amazon and I read the description of it, and it sounds like it's quite a good book. So I might give that one a go. It's not very much on Amazon. It's like $8. Why not? Okay, yeah, we've got the MA certificate that arrived. Yeah, let's show it again, even though it's just on a tiny little short screen. All you teachers that thought I was thick. Not that many, just a couple. I didn't like them anyway. Who did it? Who was it that said I was thick? I think it was my 5th grade teacher. She was very old school, knowledgeable woman, just not very patient, and yeah, so I was thick. Yeah, I think I would send her a copy of that, but I don't think she's with us anymore. Cycle challenge, 93 kilometers this week, so that's up from last week. So where does that put us? We'll go through all the maps in just a minute. Kickboxing took a hit this week. I did make it Sunday. I thought, yeah, okay. Tuesday's the night I usually go, and Tuesday I don't know, I had really bad stomach cramps. I was gonna go, and then I just thought, no, don't. I actually thought I might try to make it today. I just could not get home in time. Couldn't get out of college quickly in time. Everybody wanted to talk to me. And then, yeah, I didn't make it. I got home about 7-ish, and I thought, by the time I got my dinner on and got all my stuff done, it was really no point. So, yeah, I'm going to go Sunday and then really make the effort to get in there on Tuesday again. Okay, so 93 kilometers, that's up from about 84 from last week. So, added a little bit each day. Let's see here. Let's go back. So, yeah, okay, that was last week for the Lands and the John Groats one. So that was what I did last week. So it was 80 something. And then that was where we were. We ended up in the lovely city of Gloucester or Cheltenham. Okay, so now that's Maine. That was the purple is the distance that we've covered this week. So we're just outside of Wolverhampton. And this is Land's End down here, and then this is the whole distance. So get in there. Okay, so for the USA one, well, let's pop back a bit. Where were we last week? Oops, hang on. Oofed. Okay, that was week 3 where the yellow bit ends. And, oh, wait a minute. No, this is this week. Oh, no, I made a mistake. Okay. No, that was last week. So we should actually be, I didn't think that looked right. We should actually be, let's correct it right on screen, live as it happens. Thinking, no, I know I made it further than that. Anyway, shut up, Gretchen. So that's where we were. So we did 93 kilometers. So as you can see, that is about here. Look, that would be from here to here. Okay, so we are just kind of estimating this. So you are looking at about just past Newport, but just about there. Okay, so we'll call it there. So between Newport and Waterville. Right, yeah, I thought something didn't look quite right. I thought, boy, Maine's not that big of a state. Why is it taking so long to get through? All right, oh, hang on, I did it on the wrong one. Okay, well, we'll do it on this one as well. So, yeah, we are now, I was gonna say we went well past Bangor. There we go. Just draw a line there so I know. Okay, well, there we are. And we're nearly out of Maine into New Hampshire, where there was a primary this past week, which brings us to the next topic, the political news from the USA. Whoa, New Hampshire primary. He won it. Oh, well. But I just, just listening to some of the stuff he says. I had this conversation with the history teacher today at work. He made this speech about how we won the two world wars on U.S. soil from forts. I was genuinely worried because I thought, did I miss this day of history where they taught that? Did I bunk off that day? Yeah, I asked the history teacher today at work. He was started laughing. He's like, no. Yeah, and then the one about the founding fathers taking him to airports. Well, I mean, those kind of statements don't really alarm me because it just shows he's an idiot. Sorry, I'm putting my politics in here now. Guy's moron. This doesn't know his history. What's really worrying was what he was talking about Nikki Haley, like she was Nancy Pelosi. That's a bit scary. I think the guy's losing it a bit. Could be just for the stress he's under, which I think anybody who could keep that schedule up that he's doing and all the court appearances he's got to make and all the campaigning he's doing, I think it's getting to him. Plus the fact that he's an idiot, and I don't feel sorry for him. Anyway, but what next? I love listening to the commentaries from Michael Cohen and all the other guys on Politico. So I'm going to catch a little bit now. So yeah, well, that is the vlog for this week. So everybody have an amazing week. Saturday, I think I'm off to rescue a cockerel, and we'll be out to the allotment after that. So everybody have an amazing week. Almost out of January. I don't know what it is about January. January starts off, it's still the holidays, it's still the season, it's New Year, everybody's like, yeah, 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 party, party, party. And then by about the second or third, you just, and it's January. The days are short, the weather's awful, and it's a long month, and you're broke. Well, I wasn't broke, but still, it's just like, and I'm always just happy to see January go. I don't know why. I'm horrible like that. Once it's gone. Once February's here, February, the days are still short, the weather's still awful, but you can see them starting to get a little bit longer. Anyway, have a great weekend. I'm babbling like Trump now. Not quite that bad. Enjoy, stay safe. Ciao.